Yo, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make an ultra realistic mockup design using my new smart color changing mockup pack, which you guys can go download on my website, linked in the description. But this pack makes it super easy and simple to design, and it works for pretty much any software. So if you're using Photoshop, Procreate, Adobe Illustrator, Canva, it should work. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make this design using Procreate. So that being said, let's get into it.
All right, so once we open up Procreate, this should be the first thing we see, which is all our canvases. So the first thing we're gonna do is go to the top right and press the plus. And then we're gonna go to the top right again and press the black rectangle plus. And we're gonna make our width 3000 and then our height 3000 as well. And now we're gonna change our DPI. We're gonna make sure it says 300. And then we're gonna press the check button at the top right. Now we should be on our canvas. So now we're gonna import our mockup from our smart color changing mockup pack, which you guys can go download in my website, linked in the description. But this pack basically comes with any mockup you would ever need, from slides to windbreakers to hoodies to sweatpants, basically everything. And each mockup comes with a front and back, and we're constantly adding new mockups every single month. So you download it once and you basically get infinite mockups for life. Now in this video, we're going to be making jorts. So I'm gonna go ahead and import our jorts mockup from the pack. So I've gone ahead and imported the jorts mockup, as you guys can see. Now the next thing we're gonna do is add our texture layer. So I'm gonna go to our layers button here at the top right, and I'm gonna press the plus. I'm gonna make sure our brush color is set to black, and I'm going to add a jean texture to our mockup. So the pack also comes with a texture brush set with all the textures you would ever need. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the texture brush set. I'm gonna choose denim texture 1. I'm gonna make sure we're on our new layer and our brush color is set to black. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and color our mockup with this texture. Then I'm gonna go back to our layers. I'm gonna click on our texture layer and I'm gonna choose clipping mask. That way our texture doesn't bleed onto the canvas. Now the next thing we're gonna do is add a shadow layer. So to do this, we're going to duplicate our mockup layer and we're gonna drag the bottom one to the very top. And now we're going to go to our blending options by pressing the small N, and we're gonna scroll up to multiply. And this layer will basically act as our shadow layer, making everything blend better when we're actually designing. Now the next thing we're gonna do is add another texture layer, but this is going to be a washing texture layer. So to do this, we're going to click on our fabric texture layer. We're gonna press the plus to add another layer above the fabric texture layer. We're gonna make sure our brush color is set to white, and then I'm going to use the default Procreate brush in organic, and we're gonna use the cotton brush. Now I'm just gonna click all over our mockup to give it a random washing effect. Now our mockup has a wash texture to it. So now I'm gonna make the wash texture blend a little bit better. So to do this, I'm going to press on our wash texture layer with 2 fingers. I'm gonna turn down the opacity to around 40%. 43% looks fine. Now I want my jorts to be a tan color for my design. So to do this, we're going to add a color layer. So we're gonna go back to our layers, and above our fabric texture layer, we're gonna add a new layer. We're going to make sure our color that we want is chosen, and I'm gonna drag it onto our canvas, and there we go. Now our jorts are a tan color. Now I want the color to blend in a little bit better, so I'm gonna go to our blending options on our color layer by pressing the small N. I'm gonna scroll down to overlay. Now our texture pops out a little bit more and it just all blends in a lot better. All right, so now that we have the color jorts that we want, I'm actually going to put the first part of our design onto our mockup. So I've gone ahead and I found a leopard print graphic off of Google. I'm gonna add it to our mockup. As you can see here, we have our leopard print graphic. I'm just gonna center it onto our mockup. Now I'm going to move the graphic under our color layer. That way the color comes out a little bit onto our graphic. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is go to our blending options on the graphic by pressing the small N, and I'm going to be choosing soft light. Now our graphic blends in and you can see the textures coming through the actual graphic. All right, so now I want to add some more sun fading. So to do this, we're going to use a default round brush. We're going to set our brush color to white. And I'm going to make a new layer under the color layer. Then I'm going to make one big white oval on the knee area. And then I'm going to fill the white oval with the white color. So it's just one solid white oval. Now I'm going to go to our layers and I'm going to duplicate it. And then I'm going to move the new one to the other knee so it matches. And then I'm going to flip it horizontally so it mirrors the original one. After that, I'm going to go back to our layers and I'm going to merge these two down by pressing on the top one and pressing merge down. So now it's just all one layer. Now to make it into an actual sun fading effect, next thing I'm going to do is make sure the layer is chosen and I'm going to go to the magic wand on the top left. I'm going to go to Gaussian blur. I'm just going to turn it up to like 30%. Looks good. There we go. Now I think the effect is a little too strong. So I'm going to go back to our layers. I'm going to click on the layer with 2 fingers. I'm going to turn it down to around like 47, 48%. I think 48 looks good. There we go. Now we have some sun fading on the knee area. Now I do want to add some more sun fading at the top of our jorts. So to do that, I'm going to add a new layer. And the Smart Color Changing Mockup pack actually comes with some sun fading preset brushes, which comes in the fabric texture brushes. So I'm going to go back to our fabric texture brushes and I'm going to use wash 5. I'm going to make sure our color is set to white and that I'm on the new layer. And I'm going to add the wash 5 effect onto our mockup. So I'm going to add it on one side. I'm going to position it a little bit better. Make sure it's positioned correctly on how I want it. All right, so I think this looks good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our layers. I'm going to duplicate it. And then I'm going to flip it horizontally and then add it to the right side, lining it up. Now I'm going to merge it down so it's one layer. Then I'm going to turn down the opacity by clicking on it with 2 fingers. I'm going to turn it down to like around 60. Let's do like 67. That looks good. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to move it down a little bit more. There we go. Now our drawers have some nice sun fading washing effects. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I want our drawers to have a little bit of distressing, some fabric rips here and there. I'm going to use my new pack, the fabric rips pack, which you guys can also download on my website, linked in the description. But it will basically allow us to add fabric rips to our jorts. So to do this, we're going to add a new layer above our shadow layer. We're going to go to our rip pack and I think I'm going to use rip 2. So now since our jorts are a tannish color, I want the rips to be like a little bit slightly tan, a whitish tan. Now we're going to make sure we're on our new layer and we're going to add a rip here at the left side of our jorts. I think that's a good spot right there. I'm gonna position it a little bit better and just move it around wherever I want it. Maybe resize it a little bit. There we go, that looks good. Now I also wanna rip on the other side of the pants. That way it looks a little bit more cohesive. So to do this, I'm gonna go back to our rip brush. I'm gonna choose rip 1. I'm gonna add a new layer. I'm gonna add the rip on the other side of the pants. Like right there, it looks good. I'm gonna just position it a little bit better, resize it a little bit. There we go, I think that looks good. So now I'm gonna make this into one layer. So I'm gonna merge down our rip layers. So now it's just one layer. Now it still doesn't look realistic enough and that's because we're missing the shadow layer for our rips. So to add this, we're gonna duplicate our rip layer. We're going to go to the bottom one. Then we're gonna go to the magic wand on the top left. We're gonna go hue, saturation, and brightness. We're gonna turn the brightness all the way down to black. And now we're gonna press the cursor tool. We're gonna move our shadow layer slightly below our rips. And right there looks good. And there we go. Now we have some nice distressing on our pants and we can go back to our layers and merge them down. That way it's just all one layer. So now I want to add a metal button to our jorts. It's missing a button there. So to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to add a new layer and we're going to use my new accessory brush pack, which you guys can also download on my website, linked in the description. And this pack comes with buttons, gemstones, pearls, basically anything you would need to accessorize and make some cool designs for your mockup. But we're gonna be using button 4 for the mockup. So to do this, we're gonna make sure we're on our new layer, make sure our brush color is set to white, because I want the button to be a white color. I'm just gonna add it right where the button would be, which is right there. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, position it a little bit better. All right, I think that looks good. Now our button is looking a little bit see-through. So to fix this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate our button layer. And then we're gonna go to the blending options on the top one. And we're gonna go to soft light. And then we're just gonna merge this down to the bottom one. So it's just all one layer. So now we have one single button. Then we're gonna duplicate it again because we're gonna add a shadow layer to it. And that'll basically make it look less see-through and a lot better. So then we're gonna go to the bottom one. We're gonna go to the magic wand. We're gonna hue, saturation, and brightness, and we're gonna turn the brightness all the way down. So now our button actually looks like a button and not the ghost of a button. Now I'm just gonna position the shadow a little bit to the side and the bottom. All right, there we go, that looks good. Then I'm gonna go to Gaussian blur on our shadow layer. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. That way it just blends a little bit better. And there we go, now we have a button on our jorts. So now we can just merge down the button layer with the shadow layer. So it's just one layer. Now the next thing I want to do is add some rhinestones to our design. So to do this, we're going to add a new layer and we're just going to use the accessory pack again because it has rhinestones. So I'm going to go back to our accessory pack and I think I'm going to use diamond 3 for this. I want to have 2 different rhinestones, small ones and then slightly bigger ones. And I want there to be more rhinestones at the bottom of the jorts, and as it goes more to the top, it spreads out a little bit more. All right, so to do this, I'm gonna add the big rhinestones first. So I'm just gonna tap wherever I want the rhinestones to be. All right, I think that looks good. And we're only gonna do one side of the pants because we're gonna duplicate it and just add it to the other side once we're done with one side. That way it makes it easier for us. So now I'm gonna add these small rhinestones. All right, there we go. I think that looks good. So now I'm gonna add it to the other side. To do this, I'm going to duplicate our layer. Then I'm gonna flip it horizontally. And I'm just gonna line it up and move it to the other side. All right, there we go. I think that looks good. Now we need to add some shadows to our rhinestones. That way it looks a little bit more realistic. So to do this, I'm gonna merge down our 2 layers first so that it's one layer. I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm gonna go to the bottom one. Then I'm gonna go to the magic wand, hue, saturation, brightness, turn the brightness all the way down. And then I'm just gonna move the shadow layer a little bit to the left of the rhinestones. And then I'm going to make the shadow layer have a little bit of a blur so the shadows have a little bit more realism to them. I'm gonna make it like 3% for Gaussian blur. There we go. Then we can just merge it down into one layer. And there we go. Now we have our final design on these leopard rhinestone jorts with some distressing. That's how you make this design. I hope you guys were able to learn from this video. All the packs used in this video, you guys can go download on my website, linked in the description. But hopefully this video helped you guys out. Let me know in the comments what other designs you guys want me to teach you how to make.